Do you ever have a situation where, like Stephen A. did with LeBron James, where a reporter or broadcaster that you have an incident on the court?
No, I understood media early. I usually beat them to the punch, right? So if I had a bad game, I I I brung it up first. I didn't let anyone hit me with, your 4 for 17 performance. I was like, I know why you guys are here. I was 4 for 17, so let's just get right to it. So, I already lightened the room. But, this is uncharted territory. No one ever played with their kid. No one ever had, this type of situation where you can have this blended gray area conversations.
But what if you were in the league and your son was able to go into the NBA and you had that wealth of power that you said, hey, I'm going to navigate this so we draft my son to be able to play with me at the end of my career?
I would have did the same thing.
Okay.
Listen, let's just be honest. Every parent would have did the same thing. Across the landscape, most of, America kids that go into the business is not ready. They're not ready to take over the business or get into the situations they get into. But, as a parent, as a father, as a mother, that is your job to prep your kid and get them ready for this level. So, what LeBron did, every parent would have, right? But if you rewind and go back to, the 55th pick, who did they who was available that's showing you right now they should have been that pick? No one, right? So being 19 years old, athletic for a point guard, 6'2", fast, right? Strong, can shoot, can dribble, right? That was the right pick. And, people have to remember that Clutch said, if you pick him earlier than we're trying to, we're going to go overseas. So there was teams interested before 55th.
How have you assessed Bronny? Have you been critical?
Yes, I live in reality, right? I
Wait,
from
don't you live in LA?
yeah, true. But from the 40th pick to the 60th pick, what am I expecting from these guys? Right? A bench filler, someone who's going to go to the G League. They'll probably be out of the league by 2 years, right? Maybe they might get to their third year, but most of these guys are not getting to a second contract. So where Bronny is, I figured, okay, by the time his third year comes around, he will be usable in the NBA. Come in, last 2 minutes of the game, last 3 minutes. He'll be one of those type of players. I did not expect him to be dominated in the G League right now. I thought he had to learn how to be aggressive. The bones of his game was already there, right? Fast, can jump. You can't teach that. Being aggressive in the shell shock of Curry, Ja Morant, yeah, that gets everyone. Number one pick to the 60th pick, right? So I'm impressed with how fast he actually turned his game around, and you can see the confidence in him.